Hi, I'm here to do a series called Positive Help. The first part I want to talk about is mistakes. So, what is a mistake? A mistake is something that we have done that it's like an error. It's like something that we did which is not the correct answer, or we've just made a terrible mess of it. How can us making a mistake affect us? Well, basically, take the fundamental dynamics of a mistake and we look at the worldly side of it, and it's just like, well, a lot of people get upset and depressed and they really beat themselves up when they make mistakes. That's one of the ways it can help us affect us. Some people even make so many mistakes that they lose their friends, that they lose they just lose their friends. They stop being social. They stop having a social life. They're ridiculed. They're talked down to, and they don't have many people in the world who can support them. What can we do to help ourselves and others who have, like, how can we help ourselves when we've made a mistake, and how can we help others who have made a mistake? First of all, how can we help ourselves? The first thing we can do is we cannot beat ourselves up. The second thing we can do is to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and then try again, because making a mistake is not the end of the world. Making a mistake is something that we've done, but not on purpose, you know? If you know what I mean, it's not on purpose, and basically the world likes to say that, oh, you've made a mistake. Like, a lot of the world doesn't care that we've made mistakes, but a lot of the other part of the world is that they do care that we've made mistakes and they expect us to be perfect. Well, we're only human. We have emotions. We have flaws. Everyone has a flaw. I have a flaw. I've got a lot of flaws, which I'm working on. But if we let the worldly opinions and the worldly views affect who we are and what we do, then that's not right. We shouldn't let the worldly views affect who we are and what we do. We should be able to get out there and be like, hey, I've made a mistake. You've made a mistake. It doesn't mean I'm gonna like you any less. Doesn't mean I'm gonna treat you any less. It just means that I'm gonna help you to be a better person, which will in turn help you to be a better person, because it's teaching you how to love the other person who has made that mistake. So one of the biggest mistakes that we make in the world is anybody who we find unattractive to us, we call them ugly. And I can tell you right now that that's a mistake. Just because they're unattractive to you doesn't mean they're ugly. It means that they're attractive to someone else. So don't take on board the world's opinion when they make mistakes like that. You know, form your own opinion. Don't listen to what the world has to say. Genuinely form your own opinion so you don't make the same mistakes that the world does, so you don't make the same mistakes that your parents do. A lot of parents don't want us to make the same mistakes that they have made in their lives, because they love us and they only want us to do well. A lot of us have parents who will support us for our mistakes, who love us for who we are. And I want to reach out to those of you who don't have those parents. I want you to go out and find someone who will, or start, wanting to motivate yourself by saying, I am a good person. I've made this mistake. I am a good person. I'm not going to give up on myself. Because if you give up on yourself, the world's just losing another person who we don't need to lose. We really don't. So I'm just begging you, please go out there. Please start enjoying your life and saying to yourself, I've made a mistake. This mistake will not ruin my life. I will not let this mistake stop me from being someone who I can achieve to be to change the world. Don't let anybody, if someone wants to hold your mistakes against you, that's their problem. That's something that they have to deal with in their lives. So not at the conclusion yet. So I want to give you guys a challenge. I want you to go, those of you who have made the mistakes but they have that support, I want you to go out there and be like, hey, you've made a mistake. I'm going to treat you kindly. I'm going to love on you like I've been loved on whenever I've made a mistake. Yeah, it's going to be hard. If you're going up to a complete stranger, or start off with someone you know first, and be like, hey, buddy, you've made a mistake, so I'm going to help you. I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to help you to dust yourself off, and we're going to try again. Mistakes happen all around the world. I've made mistakes, like I've said. You've made mistakes. We've all made mistakes. Nobody in the world is perfect. Because if this world was perfect, everyone would be bored. There would be nothing to enjoy ourselves with. No violence. No violence in video games. I don't endorse violence. I'm just giving you an example of, like, you know, violence in video games. No video games. Nothing like that. There wouldn't be any fun. There wouldn't be any type of fun. They'd just be like up and down, perfect, happy all the time. Nobody would have a chance to grow. Everybody would just be at the same level at the same time. So go out there, make your mistakes, don't beat yourself up about it. You are a good person, and if you need any more help, remember, say that I'm a good person. I am a good person. I have made this mistake. What can I do to ensure that I don't make the same mistake again? And keep growing from there. Keep asking yourself questions like that. It'll help you to grow and help you to expand. Alright guys, that's all I have for this video. The next part, I'll be doing an interview with someone, and they'll be telling you about how they overcame their mistakes in their life. Alright, thank you guys. Please comment, subscribe.